and think about Jesus as the head of the body. Sometimes we're so focused on what we're doing in the body and where we fit and what our part is that we sort of neglect thinking about who's running the whole thing. That Jesus would be our head, because you know what a body without a head is. It's a corpse. So we need to be connected to the head. We need to be aware that Jesus is our head. And it's easy to say the words, right, that Jesus is Lord, because that's sort of what we're saying when he's the head. Even more clearly, maybe, more understandable for us when we say Jesus is our King. Those words sometimes are easy to say, and yet, if Jesus is our King, it means that everything about life as we know it before we knew him is now different. To say Jesus is our King is not something that we can say lightly, because if we say Jesus is our King, that means that our lives are surrendered to him, our knee is bowed to him. It means if Jesus is our King, it affects the way we treat one another. It affects the way we feel about one another. It affects the way we treat our enemies. It affects the way we spend our time. It affects the way we spend our money. It affects the way we live our lives. To have Jesus as our King is not just a slogan or a bumper sticker. It's a life-changing declaration. And we can crown Jesus King out of obligation. We can crown Jesus as King because we want what he has to give us. We can crown Jesus as King because we think our life will go much smoother if we do. But if he is really going to be our King and we are really going to be his people, I believe with all my heart that has to start with us catching a glimpse of who he is, us catching a glimpse of the beauty of Christ, the beauty that Jesus has within himself.